All right, this one is the Filson Ranger Crewman jacket. This one in particular I've put up for sale on Poshmark because the arms are too short for my liking. But I am 6'2.5", 255 pounds. I'm a size 48 chest. This is a size extra large Filson Ranger Crewman jacket. We're gonna go over it real quick, and then I'll put it on. I would say that this is like the low budget version of what you're looking at right here. So if you're interested in a short line cruiser and you can't afford one, or for some reason it doesn't work for you, you know, this is going to be a very similar jacket, although it is going to be lighter weight and probably a little bit less resistant to the elements if you're talking about the waxed version of the short line cruiser. This is the denim version of the short line cruiser. So this is definitely not for foul weather use. This is also a size XXL in the short line cruiser, and this should fit identical because the measurements are exactly the same between this denim version and the wax cotton version. So I only really have it here as a source of comparison, so you can kind of see how it fits in the background, and then I'll swap over to this guy. But in any case, coming in here, it's a dry finish wax cotton. It's very thin. Well, not very thin, but it's a lighter to mid-weight cotton canvas, not a heavyweight, and it's got a dry wax finish on it. And that dry wax finish is nice to the touch. It doesn't leave any oil on your hands, and it does combat wind and water fairly well, but I would not say this is like something you'd want to depend on to keep you dry. You know, like if you're on a job site, it could keep you drier than like a regular old Carhartt will, but it's not rain gear. And so if you look at it, it's the same material all throughout, but they have this other cotton material that's like a twill that they use to reinforce the collar, which is really excellent. They also use that same twill to reinforce inside of the cuffs, so you could see that in there, and it's a little bit tougher, more rigid of a fabric, which makes it great for reinforcement. And since we're talking about the cuffs, you have 2 buttons on the cuff. They're just 4-hole buttons, nothing spectacular there. And then inside of the hand warmer pockets, there is Alaskan guide flannel on the front of the pocket. On the back of the pocket, there's nothing. So that's on the knuckle facing side that you get your nice warm Alaskan guide cotton. And then these pockets have snaps, and they just snap shut, which is kind of nice if you want to throw tools in there, because at the end of the day, this is just a work jacket. And then you get some more of that nice twill reinforcement on the inside of the lapel on both sides. So here's one side of the zipper, here's the other side of the zipper. Then we can get a look at the label. You get a nice hanger tab there, and then you get made in Sri Lanka, extra large, and they have the old school tag. The inside of the body is Calvary cotton, which is a very thin, looks very similar to canvas. I don't know if that's technically correct or not though. And then inside the arms is just polyester. So here's a look at a double XL short cruiser. Okay, and then I will take this off. On. I stated my height, weight earlier, size 48 chest. This fits very comfortably in the body, and in terms of the amount of room inside the sleeves, I can layer under that with my arms. As you can see standing here, it fits pretty well, but when I reach my arms out, like, I mean, that's pretty far up. So I'm not a fan of that, especially because a lot of times I use these lighter weight coats when I'm riding my bicycle, and so that means I'm kind of like, my hands are out, and I just like a little more wrist coverage. It's just a personal preference thing. It's a single zip, nothing special. Like I said, this is like their less expensive competition for a short cruiser. The pockets are really nice, and because they snap shut, that makes them a little more secure. They hold things pretty well. The 2 buttons on the wrist, so you can tighten or loosen it. And then here's the collar flipped up. And with that reinforcement behind the collar, it is more inclined to stay up. And I'll turn to the side. And then on the side here, you get 2 buttons to cinch the body tighter if you want to cinch the body tighter. And, you know, I bought this on sale, so I got it relatively inexpensively as compared to what it should cost. And, you know, at full price, I don't think this is much of a bargain. Just my opinion. So would I recommend buying it at full price? No, I wouldn't. But, you know, if you find a used one, or Filson's clearing out their warehouse, so they've got some of these that are like factory seconds and stuff. You know, it's a great lightweight wax cotton jacket. So I don't have anything terrible to say other than just I find the arms to be a little bit too short for my liking. So I'm just not going to wear it anymore. So I put it up for sale. So yeah, that's a look at the Filson Ranger Crewman.